My name is Amy Zaterman. I'm 35 years old, and I'm a 5.5-year pancreatic neuroendocrine cancer survivor. I woke up with this stabbing pain in my back that kind of radiated around to my stomach. So I called my GI. He had me go and get an ultrasound. And before I got home, he called me and said, "You have a giant mass in your pancreas and thousands of lesions in your liver." The next day, they did a biopsy, assuming it was adenocarcinoma. And they basically prepared us that I probably would have 2 weeks to live. They came back and said it was neuroendocrine and that I would probably have 6 to 12 months to live. I was 100% just given a death sentence, and I, for 1 second, did not believe I was dying. I'm really strong, and I'm gonna beat this. I have a very unique perspective on this because when I was 15 years old, I was hit by a drunk driver. I went through a lot of the natural emotions that one goes through when they realize that their time is finite. I had walked through this kind of darkness before and made it out to the other side, so I felt very well equipped to be able to do that. And I was determined to find a team that saw me as an individual patient instead of as, a statistic. When I got sick, my mom did everything she could to bring happiness into my life.
Seeing my daughter go through this was like I was going through it at the same time.
And it definitely made us closer. I really knew I had a teammate in her.
I think we developed a mutual respect, which was well overdue.
Cancer was really hard on the relationship that I came into it with. We had been together for 8 years at the time and ended up breaking up after 12. We had really grown apart through the process. I thought, okay, I have an incurable cancer diagnosis. I'm probably gonna end up alone. Who's gonna take on somebody with that kind of baggage?
So I had the benefit of meeting Amy in April. This young woman overcame a death sentence and was vibrant and lively, and I knew how much of a challenge she had just overcome over the last 5 years.
He just thought I was an incredible person, and I'm so lucky to be loved by somebody who's so strong and amazingly capable at being a caregiver and also a partner. I had always hoped to have a family, and I kind of thought having a biological child was out of the cards for me. I went to one of the top fertility specialists in the country. He's like, it's highly unlikely that you are reproductively unaffected by 8 cycles of chemotherapy and so much radiation treatment. And he got my test results and he's like, you are beyond reproductively healthy. And so we went forward with the IVF process. We're gonna be doing it with a surrogate. And it's been just such a smooth, easy process. It feels so right because I've been fighting and fighting and fighting for so long, and this is just easy. When I got my cancer diagnosis, it felt like my entire future was taken away from me. Now that I'm on the other side, I have a brand new future that's even better than I imagined possible. I'm an outlier. I'm in uncharted territory right now, and you could be too.